trip. Heading west. Stay tuned. I'll have lots of stuff coming for you over the next couple weeks on my trip. I got catfishing stuff, fly fishing stuff my wife told me to bring along that I don't think I'll ever use, but hopefully I will. Yeah, lots of fun and adventure.
All right, my trip started on the 15th. Head out nice and early. Got everything loaded up. I brought a couple kayaks. I'm planning to do a little musky fishing while I'm out there. Once I got here, I went to Verroque, went to the Driftless Angler, got a little intel, and then I hit Gasser's Pub. Man, they're great deals. Awesome cheese curds and spotted cow, which you'll hear more about as we move on. It has been awesome so far. It rained on my arrival, sort of delayed setting up my camp, and then I end up fishing in the morning on the 16th first, and that's where we'll start out. After stopping at Driftless Anglers in Verroque, I had my intel. They were saying hoppers or beetles. I got out there and I started off with a hopper, had a couple hits right off the bat, but nothing took. Switched to a beetle and it made a world of difference. So I wasn't using a dropper at all, although they did suggest you could use that for hunting a little bit. So I'm just using a little black beetle. The fish cooperated great. When I was walking into the river, I knocked and jumped a bunch of grasshoppers that fell in the water. Right here, we have Wisconsin fish finders. I was fishing, the cows come along, and they started knocking hoppers in, and then the fishing was pretty good. The fish were rising all over the place. It was kind of cool. I'm not that far from the road where I was fishing in these grassy areas. Most of the fish I caught were on the dry. Got a few on nymphs later. Which was fun too. I'm not a big nymph fisherman, but it is what it is. I think this fish right here took the dropper. I was putting that on. I was in a second spot. I fished one creek this morning. I've got 98 more to go. I even saw a snake today. I heard something big in the weeds in one spot. I'm not sure what that was. Yeah, later that day, we fished in the morning. Later that day, my friend John showed up. When he arrived, I had some T-bones on the grill with some peppers and onions. We got the trip off to a great meal and a great start. We ended up fishing that night. We didn't get any pictures here except John down near on the river. And then when we got back, I had the camp the rest of the way set up. So we were pretty comfortable. And like I say, my wife for Father's Day last year got me this tent, and it's giant, but it is so comfortable. It's just a great way to go. Day 2 with John there, so the second day of fishing, we hit a variety of streams. We fished our way back towards Verroque, fishing a bunch of streams in the main branch of the Kickapoo system. And I think I pulled the creek chub slam. I think I got 4 different species of creek chubs, and pulled something out of here that I completely never thought in a million years I was going to catch in a trout stream. And it's coming next. And it was Mr. Bluegill. And it was a pretty good one, man. When it hit, it fought just like a trout, kind of. We, search streams all over the place. Man, they're all beautiful. This is on the Kickapoo River here. I don't know if you can see, there's a big rock wall. We didn't catch squat there, but it was a nice place for some pictures. And it was a blast. And eventually we tuned in the fishing and found the valleys that we were going to stick with. Although the trout we caught were beautiful, and we caught enough to make it interesting. We've done really well. The views in these valleys were spectacular. We were fishing a lot of cow pastures. Even though we're in Wisconsin, I would say it looks more like being in Tennessee or Kentucky, the rolling hills, mountains, streams down in the valleys. It's really cool. If you look at the fish, there's a lot of red on the tails. We normally don't see that in Michigan. By the way, this was the way we ended our view for the second night. Incredible. We figured out quickly that not every access point was created equally.
All right, we are trout fishing in Wisconsin. I know it looks like Vietnam. Those are weeds at eye level. The river is somewhere ahead of us. There's John, if you can see his fishing pole. He's somewhere ahead of me. He's breaking the path. So, yeah, we're gonna get there eventually. Oh, hey, whoa, an open field. It'll be easy here for the end. That is crazy.
Our hard work paid off in some beautiful views, some great water. And, I did end up catching a fish on that hike in. What we did like to see, though, were entrances like this. A little fence and the sign, walk through a pasture, fish along a stream, catch a few browns, be able to see some beautiful sights. It was a great time. We even found a couple places we were fishing kind of near barns and stuff. Here's John pulling one in. Yeah, like I say, the trout aren't huge out here. Probably the average fish is 12 to 14 inches. We get a few smaller ones. We haven't got anything bigger than that. But hey, no complaints, man. The numbers are good. It's kind of fun fishing hoppers and droppers. We don't really get to do that in Michigan much. Here's John just kind of finishing up. This was his last, I think this was his last day. And that's kind of where I'm going to cut off part one when John leaves. And then we'll do part two. I'm going to actually have some flathead fishing too while I'm here. I brought my stuff. So trout fishing, flathead fishing. And if the weather holds, I'm going to sneak up to a flowage north of here and try for some muskies with a fly. We even squeezed in a trip to see the Mississippi River in the afternoon between fishing sessions.
All right, I'm fishing, and I got a buddy over here that's come up. I name you Bessie. Bessie is very close to me, but Bessie seems friendly. So we'll see. Right, Bessie?
Yeah, the cows were really friendly. They fed all over right next to me. I could have scratched their ears. Caught a little trout, but we had a great time. Hey, thanks for tuning in and watching this. Remember, I'll have another episode coming up soon. And remember, hit like and subscribe.